Welcome to the 202nd edition of Make Pro Wrestling Majestic Again. I am Tiger Height.
And that was our second take, because first he said 102nd.
Yes, that's a bygone era now. That was 100 weeks ago. So,
oh my God.
Well, kind of like give or take with some weeks that we had off. Anyway, we're only going to cover pay-per-views. No drama, no news.
There's a lot we have to catch up on, and quite honestly, we've already fallen behind.
Exactly. So we're going to do our good and bad, and we're going to start with, I will say, the worst of the three, and that is Forbidden Door.
100%.
The whole show gets a thumbs down.
Yeah.
There was nothing necessarily here that screamed anything different than just a standard Dynamite, to be honest.
Status quo sort of thing.
But there were some positives.
Yes.
I will say that the Hangman Page and MJF match was very good.
Yes.
This is what AEW should be.
Yeah.
They are unique within themselves. They told a good story in the ring, and Hangman is very popular, so I will have to give him that.
What I don't like is how this was not the main event.
Yes, we will get into that because that was a mess.
Yes.
But other than that, this was a good match. Same thing with Okada and Strickland. Mm-hmm. This was a good match despite Swerve Strickland's knee injuries.
Yep.
He did a very good job here.
Oh, yeah. If there's one person who's benefited from going to AEW from WWE, it's Swerve Strickland.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. Oh, he definitely has. He definitely has Aura main eventer, finally.
Yep.
It took him a minute, but he finally got there, which I'm very happy about. And obviously, the setup was actually very cool. Yep, I liked it.
The crowd was very hot.
They were very hot for this.
But that's any international crowd.
Exactly. Now, with the goods, this was hard to do. Like, trying to pick what was good was challenging.
Two decent matches and a shit show.
Yep. With that, there were a lot of bads. Number one, the heavy hitters of AEW. There's maybe 4 or 5 people that are kind of that, I would say, quote-unquote, main event. And 2 of them are going to be out for an indefinite amount of time.
Yep.
And that is Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland.
Which is unfortunate, but Will Ospreay's afraid of the grind.
The grind?
The grind? No. He's afraid of the grind.
The grind.
The grind. There we go. Jesus.
Neck surgery. He is out pretty much indefinitely.
Yes.
We have no idea if or when he's going to return. Swerve's is a knee injury, but once again, we do not know the extent of how bad it is.
Right.
I've been hearing just a radical amount of differences. And then Kenny Omega is also in searing amounts of pain, but apparently now he's better. And it's like, okay, if you are in pain doing your wrestling, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Because your health is 100 million% more important than some show.
Yep.
Kenny, you came back way too early.
Yeah.
You needed to be out for a couple of years. Look at how Brock did it, because Brock had the same thing.
Yep.
And it took him like 2 or 3 years to get back to the octagon because he took his fucking time. Kenny, you can take your time.
Right. No one here is... Well, I mean, maybe Tony Khan is so coked up that he feels like he needs you, but he doesn't need you.
The problem is that he kind of does.
Yeah,
who else is on that level for Hangman to even remotely fight?
Right.
Nobody is on that level.
Right.
Bobby Lashley isn't. And that's the only person off the top of my head that could go for the world champion, and it makes sense.
Yep.
Bryan Danielson ain't coming back. He's done.
And everyone else is just...
John Moxley sucks.
Yep.
He's done. Darby Allin's a babyface, but he's no world champion material.
Oh, no. He's a little crash test dummy.
Exactly. That's all he is.
And we don't need Orange Cassidy. I don't want to see pockets. I don't want to see him go for the world champion.
Again.
Because
remember, he faced Moxley at that terrible all-out, what was that, a couple of years ago?
Oh, my God.
That was awful. But these were the two. These were the two that made sense to go for the world champion, and now they're both out, and they're out for a long time. The main event scene in AEW is just dead.
It is non-existent.
I mean, you can do MJF again, but why would you do that?
All right.
It's so dumb. And the same criticism for the women's division. Who is going to beat Toni Storm right now for this belt? Nobody is put on this level for Toni. Like, there's nobody there.
No.
You could say Mercedes, but Mercedes already had her opportunity and lost and now is a jobber. Athena was maybe one, but once again, she's Ring of Honor. She's been doing too much Ring of Honor. She's barely wrestled Dynamite, so she's not there.
Right.
Who else? Seriously, I can't think of anybody else that they have put up for Toni to face. Like, well, have her face Megan Bayne. Why? Megan Bayne's been jobbing out in Collision.
Right.
I don't care about her anymore. She's dead in the water. Alex Windsor, she's losing. She's lost consistently. That's why they have to bring in all the international people.
Yeah, because there's no one. Because Toni Storm has no idea how to build up stars.
Did you say Toni Storm? Tony Khan.
Tony Khan.
Same thing.
Yeah, same.
I mean, really, Toni Storm has a lot of, I would say, power regarding the division right now. It's a stranglehold.
Yeah.
It's an absolute stranglehold.
This is something that Tony Khan put himself into.
Yep, exactly. Now you have to go outside to sign more people to get interest back up, but that's not how you do it.
Right. You have to build your own stars.
Right, and you're not doing that.
No, you don't do a very good job of building stars.
No. Holy WWE. There was one thing that I noticed about the entranceway and the presentation. It's so WWE.
Yeah.
Like, everything about this just screamed, I'm trying to be WWE.
Yeah.
Now, I did give it an improvement because it was. But at the same time, this is the antithesis of what AEW is supposed to be.
Right.
This is not what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be the alternative. And the alternative does not mean carbon copy, paste bullshit.
Right.
Because that's what they're doing now.
Right.
This is just it. Run smaller venues, maybe do something a little bit different with the entranceway where maybe bring back what the Attitude Era did with all the props and shit.
Right.
People want that. They want that dumb nonsense. Have them do it. You have the money, clearly.
Right.
So
what?
There were some really bad matches.
Yeah,
during the show.
This was one of my least favorite matches.
This was my least favorite match. And it's exactly what we were talking about when it came to they have to bring in other stars with Bozilla and Persephone.
Yep, you have two international stars. I have no idea who they are.
One is from Stardom and the other one's from CMLL, and they're
but
both good.
But no one cares.
Well, they're going to sign them. They're going to lose to Mercedes or Toni Storm, and then they're just going to be jobbed out on Collision.
And then you have Alex. I have every advantage in the world because I am now engaged to one of the top performers in the company, Windsor, but she has no talent. So
she's been losing.
Right.
She has not won anything.
Right.
She has lost pretty much every single major match.
And then what gives her the rights? Because they're in England, that gave her the rights to be in this match.
Exactly.
But she could not carry the match. Mercedes Moné doesn't know how to carry a match.
And I don't know enough about the other two to give a honest opinion regarding them.
Yeah, I just didn't care.
Right.
I didn't care for this match.
Now this wasn't the only bad match. Zack Sabre Jr. and Nigel McGuinness' match was kind of lame.
Yeah. That
tag team match was fucking abysmal.
Which tag team match?
Oh yeah, there were two.
They were both bad.
Both of them were really bad. The tag team title match, I think I have a picture. I do. The tag team title match's ending was fucked up so bad. Why did you take the titles off of the Hurt Syndicate?
Because now they want to be insignificant jobbers. Because Brodido is a shiny new toy for Tony Khan to play with.
I don't know why. I get it that Brody, King, and both of them are good, and I like the team, but this was not how to do this.
No.
This was just not. The move was fucked up horribly.
Yep.
And then the pinfall was done terribly.
Yep.
This was so Bush League bad.
It was.
It's like, come on. Can anybody fucking think on the fly?
Right.
And say, okay, modify this slightly. Pick him up and hit him with a gonzo bomb or Bandido's that flippy that German suplex that he does.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
It just looked so bad.
It was very bad.
And let's talk about this horrible main event.
God, this thing was over. This was an overbooked piece of shit.
This was so bad. This was badder than badder. This might be the worst match of the year for me by far, by a mile.
Oh, really?
Oh God, yes. There was no chemistry. There was no story told. There was nothing. And Will Ospreay is there trying to do his cool moves, but you can tell he is struggling.
I don't even know why they let him do this.
Because this is not a company to take seriously. They're just going to throw you in there when you're hurt. Same thing with Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
The dude's intestines were probably like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Darby Allin, once again, was the crash test dummy. I don't know how anybody could say wrestler.
He's not a wrestler.
That's not wrestling. At least with Mick Foley, he understood moments.
Right.
His entire career wasn't just flying off of the thing. There was a lot there with Mick.
Mick Foley had 4 different characters.
They were all unique and interesting, and they had their own flair.
Yes.
They were not the same thing.
They were not the same people.
Right. Even though it was literally the same person.
Yes.
But Darby Allin is just like, throw me off of a big thing. What else do you bring to the table?
He's just a bigger Micro Man is all he is.
Right. And at least Micro Man is popular within an entire fucking country.
Yep. That is
Micro Man actually draws. He moves merch. He's a moneymaker.
Right.
That's the weird thing. It's like Micro Man is a huge draw
Darby
within
Allin
Mexico.
Does not make me excited.
No, none, zero. I mean, Hiroshi Tanahashi won. The guy's retiring,
right?
So I don't care. And then this was a way to write off Will. We already knew he needed neck surgery.
Yeah.
What was the point of this? You could have hurt you. You could have fucking paralyzed him. If he was hurting that bad where he needs neck surgery, all those attacks on the head and neck, you could have fucking paralyzed him.
Yeah, but AEW doesn't care.
God. Like, you see, like, we make fun of AEW all the time, and that's all well and cute, but this shit pisses me off. It actually makes me mad when you put people's health, wealth, and life in fucking jeopardy.
Right.
Like, this could be to the point where Will Ospreay has to fucking retire, and he's our age.
Right.
He's in his fucking early 30s.
Yeah.
And the dude might have to be done with wrestling. That's terrible.
That's a terrible and terrifying proposition.
But it's reality.
It is.
It's absolutely reality.
That's what happens when you run away from the grind.
Yep.
Sorry, Will.
That's what happens when you sign with a company that does not give a rat's ass about those 3 things.
And you knew that WWE was interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
He knew it.
Yeah, exactly. But nope.
Nope.
You were afraid of the grind, and now look where you are. Going in for neck surgery. This is the second time. Because remember, he got hurt in Japan. But at least with Japan, they gave him time to properly heal and get back into it.
WWE would have done the exact same fucking thing.
If he got hurt in his neck. But once again, with WWE, it's a rarity that you are in that position because they actually give a rat's ass about you.
They want you to...
This show was bad. It was everything that AEW should not be. The fuck-ups were so apparent and terrible. Anybody with footage was been absolutely taken down by AEW to the point of being banned on multiple platforms because it was so bad. That's why we don't use footage anymore.
Oh, man.
This shit sucks.
Yeah.
Tony, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. 2 thumbs down and a double fuck you, actually. So,
okay, then.
When we come back, we are going to be talking about a more pleasant show.